Features of partnership. Now these are almost the same features that we've done. I mean, these are derived from the definition itself. So you'll find it almost like a repetition of the definition. So let's see. First is at least two persons. I've already explained you that to form a partnership, you need at least two persons. One person cannot form a partnership. That is a sole proprietorship. There's an agreement. When two persons, three persons, five persons are doing something together, there needs to be an agreement between them, because all the persons on earth are different. No two people are same. Their mentality, their ideology, their method of work, their thinking, their thoughts, everything is different. So to accomplish a task, to do something together, there needs to be an agreement between them. So there is always an agreement between the partners. Now that agreement may be oral or written, that is a different matter. But there has to be an agreement as to what? As to the profit sharing ratio. What would be the profit sharing ratio? What would be the business? In case of disputes, how would the disputes be solved? What would be the rate of interest on capital? What would be the rate of interest on drawings? What is the maximum amount of loans that each partner can take from the firm? What is the maximum amount of loan that the firm can contract from others? So these are some issues that lead to disputes. So before going there, these partners try to sit down and agree on various things. So there has to be an agreement between them. So they agree on the sharing of profits, but profits have to come only when there is some business is in existence. Without business, there cannot be profits. So conducting or doing a business together is also one of the features of partnership firm. There has to be some business. Unless and until there is a business, there can be no partnership firm. I mean, if you open an NGO, which is a non-profit making organization, I'm sorry, that cannot be called as a partnership firm. If you open a charitable trust, if you open a charitable organization which works for social causes, social benefit, it cannot be said that it is a partnership firm. So partnership firm has to have a business. Now that business may be of textiles, maybe of computers, maybe of after sales services and automobiles, maybe of spare parts of automobiles, maybe of stationery, maybe of anything, paper, garments, umbrellas, anything. But there has to be some business. Now this business means, it also includes the word services. If you are engaged in providing IT services, if you're engaged in providing services of lawyers, if you're engaged in providing services of doctors, if you're engaged in providing services of chartered accountants, if you're engaged in providing after sales services for TVs or electronics or computers, if you're engaged in providing services, after sales services for automobiles. Now these all are services. There's no product that is being dealt. Yet these all are also covered. Now when this definition was made, it was in 1932. At that time, service industry was not that developed. So only business was regarded with importance. Yet it includes the word services. Today, since services are having a greater importance in the economy, this becomes all the more relevant that services are included in this. So existence of business also includes existence of services. Next is sharing of profits. I've already told you, when 2 or 3 persons are doing some business together, they'll have to share the profits from the business. One person cannot say, I'll take all the profits. The other two will then not be with him in his business. They'll part their ways. So this is the driving force of coming together. The partners come together to do the business and ultimately to have a share of the profits. So there has to be some profit sharing ratio. Now many times the partners expressly agree on the profit sharing ratio as to, if there are 3 partners, they may say we'll share the profits equally in the ratio 1:1:1, or we may share it in the ratio 3:2:1, or 2:2:1. Whatever the ratio they agree on, they'll share the profits in that ratio. The other times the partners may not be expressed in this regard. So when they are silent, when there's no agreement regarding the profit sharing ratio, that means they'll share the profits equally. So there'll be an equal share of profits among the partners. Okay. And finally we have mutual agency. Now I've already told you, mutual agency means there's one partner who's the agent of other partners. At the same time, those other partners are also his agent. So let's say we have a firm wherein there are 3 partners, A, B and C. Now this means that A is B's agent. This also means A is C's agent. Again, B is A's agent. B is also C's agent. And finally, C is A's agent. And C is B's agent also. So everybody is everybody else's agent. So now when B is A's agent, if I consider this leg, here you can see that B is A's agent. This means B is the agent and A is the principal. At the same time, when you consider the lower leg wherein A is the agent of B, now this means that A is the agent of B and B is A's principal. So if we take these 2 persons, this means that B is the agent as well as the principal of A. At the same time, A is the agent as well as the principal of B. So there's one partner, he is agent of all the other partners. Thus all the other partners become his principal. At the same time, all the other partners are his agents. So he becomes the principal of all the other partners also. So this relation amongst the partners is called as mutual agency. The result of this relation is every partner is able to bind the other partners by his acts. Whatever act one partner does becomes a binding on the firm. If one partner sells the goods to outsiders, that means the firm has sold the goods. If one partner purchases the goods from outsider, that means all the partners have purchased the goods, the firm has purchased the goods, and now it is the liability of the firm to pay to the supplier or the creditor. So mutual agency has that binding effect on all the partners. Now this is the feature that probably is not present in any of the forms of organization, be it a company, be it sole proprietorship, be it HUF, be it a cooperative society, be it a trust, be it joint venture or co-ownership. This feature is not present in any other form of organization, in any other form of business. This is, you know, a domain of partnership only. So we say that mutual agency defines partnership. Mutual agency is the true test of partnership. Okay.